Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan, and in today's video we're going to be talking about my current favorite products. So I have a couple of products to talk to you guys about, and it's been a while since I did this. So anyways, before this video gets too long, let's get started. So the first couple of products I'm going to be talking to you guys about are my favorite face serums. These are from Kiro. These are their new launches. So you guys might be wondering, like, how is it already in your current favorites? It's because I already got these like way ahead of time. I think about 2 months ago, so I've been testing it out ever since. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is the Kiro 0.5% encapsulated retinol plus 0.5% hyaluronic acid. So encapsulated retinol is a form of retinol that is surrounded by lipid or fatty acid molecule. So the vitamin A is covered with a protective outer covering to ensure safe and successful delivery. So it slowly dissolves over time using the time release technology to wait until the retinol has reached deep below your skin's surface before it actually starts to work. So encapsulated retinol is great for anyone who's just starting out with retinol, who has sensitive skin, because this can reduce the risk of irritation and also doesn't have the potential side effects that your other retinol would have. But really, this can be used by anyone, people who are already using retinol as well, because this enhances the penetration of retinol and the effectiveness of retinol as well. So the objective of this encapsulated retinol is to make sure that the retinol is more stable, it penetrates deep into your skin, and also mitigating the potential side effects. I really like this because it has worked really well for my skin. I feel like my skin looks a lot more firmer, glowy, and even toned, while I don't have to worry about it causing any kind of irritation, and just really nice. I've been like fond of some skincare products of late. They've been working really well for my skin, and this is definitely one of that. This serum overall is made in a way where it doesn't dry your skin out. It has 0.5% hyaluronic acid that can plump up your skin, add a little bit of hydration, but also the retinol is something that is not giving you the usual side effects. So I think it's a great way to start off with retinol as well and make your skin get used to it. So this is a really nice serum which I absolutely love, and the brand has gone ahead and given us the purity level of retinol, that is 94%, the purity level of hyaluronic acid, and the pH level of the serum in general, so which I will leave on the screen right here. And this serum, you get 30 ml of product, and this is priced at 700 rupees. So the next one is, if you're looking for just a hyaluronic acid, you can try this out. This has 3% hyaluronic acid. So this hyaluronic acid, I feel like, supercharges your skin, it moisturizes your skin, adds a nice dewy, healthy glow to your skin. And so I really like to use this product after I've used my moisturizer. In conjunction with that, I really like how it feels on my skin. So hyaluronic acid is said to attract and bind water molecules and increase the water content of your skin, and I feel like this serum just does exactly that. Like, if you have very dry skin, or you just in general wanted to try out a good hyaluronic acid serum, I think you should try this out. So next up, we also have another really nice serum, which is their 10% vitamin C serum, which is, I feel like, a lot of people's favorite ingredient, because this can reduce the signs of aging again. It works on dark spots and pigmentation. And the form of vitamin C that is present in this is ethyl ascorbic acid, which is said to have a purity that is closest to L-ascorbic acid. Sometimes my skin can get really sensitive. It doesn't work really well with L-ascorbic acid. So I really like this form of vitamin C because I feel like it's a little bit more stable and also a little bit more forgiving on my skin. So it doesn't really cause any kind of texture breakout or anything. It just gives me a really nice glow and more even toned appearance to my skin. So the last serum from this range we have is 5% niacinamide and 2% alpha-arbutin serum. So niacinamide and alpha-arbutin, both water-based serum that are formulated to feel lightweight on your skin. So niacinamide, you guys know, reduces the oil production of your skin, works on minimizing redness, blotchiness, pores, large visible pores, and gives you a more even toned skin again. And alpha-arbutin, a great skin brightening agent in my opinion. It works really well on hyperpigmentation and has worked out really well for me on my hyperpigmentation as well. And I really like this serum because it gives you the best of both, so you don't really have to invest in two products just to give you that result. It is blended in a way where you get the benefit of both of these products. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk to you guys about all of these these serums. So Kiro is a brand that has really good skincare infused makeup. So of course their skincare is going to be top notch, high quality and really good products. So I will make sure to leave all the product links in the description box below in case you wanted to check them out, you wanted to shop. So you don't have to buy all the serums. You can see what your skin needs, listen to your skin, and you can buy accordingly. Or if you wanted to try out all these serums, of course you can. And the next skincare product which I've absolutely been loving is the Ordinary Caffeine Solution 5%. So this has been working really well for my under eye area. I feel like the darkness in my inner corner has reduced a lot. So no other product could do that. Like most of the under eye creams were working pretty well for my under eye area, but this one is working on that intense darkness which has accumulated over time on the inner corner of my eye, and I've really been enjoying it, and I feel like it's a really nice product to try out. Okay, at least it's working for me. Now again, skincare is very subjective, so don't leave harsh comments just because it's not working for you. It's working for me. This is all of my personal opinion. And then another product which I have really been loving for blackheads is this Sanfe Deep Purifying Nose Strips. This has worked so well for me, for my blackheads. I feel like no other product did that. I've tried out all of the salicylic acid, BHA, power liquid, everything, but this is the only one that could get rid of those stubborn blackhead. Now I've gone ahead into investing in good products and now taking care of it, making sure that it's not arriving at very short interval. So I'm trying to prolong the appearance of it, trying to make sure that it doesn't come back that fast. The next product I'm going to be talking about is what I have on my eyes right now. This one is the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude palette. I know it's pretty recent, but I haven't been able to put this down ever since I've got this. I feel like it's amazing, and I'm so glad I could get this one on a pretty good discount deal. So this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. It is something that would work on people of deeper skin tones as well. I really like the color selection that it has. It shows up on my skin, but I only have one problem with this, is that I feel like the shimmer shades do have a little bit of a fallout. If you were using your finger or a brush, it does have a little bit of glitter fallout all over your face. So make sure to do your eyes before you do your base makeup. And another thing is that most of these browns, even the transition and everything, have a hint of mauve to it. Even if you wanted it to be a dark, a warm toned look, a little bit of orange or anything, there's still a little bit of mauve to it. Apart from that, I really like all of the shades. I have tried out this one. It's a really nice shade. This one works as a really nice outer corner, brown shade. But if it is too dark and you want it to be a little bit more blended, you can just use this shade. So that's really nice. And I've pretty much enjoyed using all of the shimmer shades. This shade in Slippery is not my favorite. I don't quite tend to reach out for it, and I'm also someone who doesn't really like that pattern. It bothers my mind. And then coming to another eye product, I'm not sure if this is still available on the Kiro website, but if it is, pick this one up particularly. This one is the Kiro eyeshadow stick in the shade Lunar Champagne. Now this portion of the video is not sponsored by Kiro. I have been genuinely loving this and using this so much. This is a really nice eyeshadow. It packs that punch. It just feels like a liquid eyeshadow. It has that nice amount of shimmer, that oomph, and I really like this kind of champagne, silver champagne shade. Beautiful. Most of their eyeshadow sticks are really nice, but some of them are a little bit too subtle for my liking. This shade, however, just packed that punch, and I hope that this is not discontinued because it's a beautiful eyeshadow stick. And then coming to kajal, this is the Kiro kajal in the shade Earthy Brown. This is a really nice brown shade. So I have tried out dark brown kajals and everything, but this one, it adds a nice amount of warmth to my eyes, and it makes my eye color appear a little bit more brown. It brings out the brown in my eyes, and I really like this particular shade for that. It's not rigid, it doesn't tug and pull on your eyes, so that's really good. It's what I applied on my lower lash line initially, but I also used this one. This is the Bellora kajal. This one is the black variant. I tight lined it on the upper, I tight lined it. So this is a really pigmented, intense black kajal, but it does transfer quite a bit. Look at that pigmentation. It is very intense. So it's what I've used right here, but it does transfer quite a bit. So it kind of smudged with the brown, and now it just looks like a black eyeshadow, but it's a beautiful brown shade, and this is a beautiful black kajal. I want pigmented black kajal, something that I don't have to tug and pull on, especially to tight line, and I really like that. And then for eyebrow, I've just been using a combination of these two non-stop. I've talked about this in so many favorites. I think I seem like a broken record. This is the Anastasia Brow Pomade. I'm someone, like, I've moved away from eyebrow pencils. It's not like it's bad. It's not like the ones I've recommended in the past are bad. Like the Sugar 3-in-1 eyebrow pencils, great product. But right now my eyebrows are so messy. I don't feel like anything else is giving me the precision that this brow pomade is giving, and it's not going overboard, it's not looking too much, which I really like. And this Blue Heaven Sculpt and Set Brow Gel, again, a combination of these two, really nice. This one does set my eyebrow hair in place. I need to get it threaded. I need to fix the situation. I'm not going to handle it on my own anymore because I clearly have messed it up. And by the way, this necklace is going to give people like severe OCD because it's all tangled, and I can't seem to untangle it. And then let's talk about some base products. I have this Huda Beauty Water Jelly Hydrating Primer, again a newer purchase, but I had a sample of this and I have tried to use it so much in the past, like how much over use I could get of that, or out of that sample. But ever since I got this full size, this is the only primer I have been using for my skin. I really like how it makes my skin look hydrated. It's not a very creamy product, but it gives you that glow, and it also adheres on really well to the makeup products. Certain consistency of makeup does like go on like weirdly on this. So if your foundation is too creamy, too thick, not a good primer to use with that. But it goes pretty much well with most of my other foundations that have that even consistency, not too thick and moussey. And then now coming to base products, this one is the Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. I love this. It is one of my favorite products to use on a daily basis. It adds a beautiful tint to your skin, also a little bit of glow, and it has a nice light coverage, light to light medium. You can't build on this too much. It is a tinted moisturizer, but I really like it. I have this one in the shade medium, matches me pretty well. It does oxidize a little bit by the end of the day, and the shade medium is a little bit warm. And another one which I have also demoed both of these side by side, so this is the Rene face base foundation. I have this one in the shade Mocha. I'm not a very big fan of the shade range that they have. They don't really have like very inclusive shade range, not many shades for deeper skin tone, which I hope that they improve on, work on it in the future. But I really like this foundation because it feels really lightweight, somewhat like a tinted moisturizer, but a little bit thicker in consistency and adds a little bit more coverage than a tinted moisturizer. And this feels really nice on the skin. It would work for people with dry skin and someone who's just in general looking for like lighter products that feel lightweight on your skin, and you can use this on a daily basis as well. These two seem like a little comparable, but Rene Face Base has a little bit more of a thicker consistency and a little bit more coverage than the Smashbox one. The Smashbox one just feels like you have nothing. It's like it works really well for your no makeup days. So you can choose accordingly, again according to your budget. And then moving on to a concealer, again a newer discovery, but I have really been loving how this looks underneath this, under my under eye area. Okay, or what was I gonna say? Underneath where? This area. So this one is the Pat McGrath concealer. I have this one in the shade M17. I am so bummed with the shade match, okay? I checked so much, I researched so much, and I finally ended up getting a shade that is extremely like yellow orange on my skin. So it is quite evident, and even I can't use this on its own. Like right now I have it and you can see that yellow tint underneath my eyes. I even tried to fix it with another concealer, but still no. But what I really like about this concealer is it's creamy, but it adds really good coverage and it doesn't crease cake as much, and also doesn't dry my under eye area out. And so even though it's an expensive product, I feel like it's worth the money. Can you just alternate this with some other product? Of course, you can just stick to the Too Faced Born This Way concealer if you have that. You don't really have to go ahead and buy that. But if you are someone like me who's just like intrigued with certain makeup products, you wanted to buy this, you wouldn't be disappointed in this. I really like this concealer. So now moving on to a couple of blush favorites that I have. I don't know why I have so many blushes in this video. Maybe because it was summer and I was just experimenting with a lot of blush, and I've started to be like, I'm really fond of blushes right now, and even more than like contour, highlighter, all of those products. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is the Makeup Revolution Super Dewy Liquid Blush. I absolutely love this blush. I feel like it is pigmented like if you want it to be pigmented, or you can just use it with a very light hand. It adds a subtle dewiness, not something that looks extremely dewy on your skin. So this would work for all skin types. And this particular shade in You Got Me Blushing is a really nice shade. It has a little bit of like that mauvey pink nude undertone to it, so it's really nice, and I have been really liking this. So I can use this with a light hand or make it like really intense. So it's what I used initially, and I have topped it off with a couple of blushes because I'm trying to demo as many as I can. And this is quite long wearing. And the other blush that I really like is this NY Bay blush cream, and this one is in the shade, okay, what is this shade? Joyous Brown. So I really like this because it's a very nice warm toned like blush shade, which is something that I don't really have in my collection. So this is something that can work really well for people like of medium skin tones, I think. And it did a pretty good job of showing up on my skin, which I thought that it wouldn't, but it works really well. And it's not a very, very intensely pigmented blush. So it is something you can build on, and you have to like apply it a couple of times on your skin for it to show up. But it's a really nice, beautiful, subtle, dewy blush. And super affordable as well. It doesn't look that affordable on your skin. It looks like a really nice high-end blush. And then the Nude Sticks blush. This one is the matte blush in the shade Sunset Strip. Even though it's said to be a matte blush, it's not very drying, tugging matte on your skin. It adds a nice glow to your skin, and again, not very, very pigmented. So something I really like, because I don't want my blushes to be like intensely pigmented like in the first go. I like to build on it, and this is a really nice blush. It comes with a really good packaging, and this was available on flat 40% off during Nykaa sales. It's always available at that price, so don't buy it for the full price. The packaging is really nice. Comes with a really nice, like, oh, you can see my nose. It comes with a nice mirror, and this is what the blush looks like. It comes with a brush on this side, which I've never used. I find it to be a little too small for my preference, but of course, if you want to travel with it, I think anything will come in handy. And this is what the blush looks like. So good, so good. I'm so glad you guys asked me to try this out, and I did finally. I definitely want to pick up a couple of other shades maybe later, but with the amount of blushes I have right now, I don't want to. I don't want to keep buying the same thing time and again. I want to try out different formulation, different brands. And then the last blush, oh my god, this is the Makeup Revolution Duo Blush and Highlighter in the shade Blushed, I think. Is that what it's called? It's what it looks like. And I have this blush right now on my skin, and I love it. I love it. It is pigmented, okay? You have to make sure to use it with a very light hand, but I absolutely love how it looks. It's smooth. It's a beautiful shade, and this highlighter is what I have. I was expecting it to be very powdery and dry on my skin, but it's not like that. It's pretty good for a powder highlighter, and it's a nice gold tone of highlighter. Like even when you touch it to the touch, it's not dry, it's not like falling apart, and it doesn't feel like the K-Beauty highlighters. I really like this combo, and this one is priced at $4.99, but I remember paying around like $250 for this. Really good. Again, feels so nice and luxe. And then for bronzer, I just have one bronzer which I've been reaching out for constantly. This one is the My Glam bronzer duo, and this is what it looks like. I really like it because it's nice and warm toned on my skin, and it's also not too pigmented. I'm not sure if this would show up on you if you are of a deeper skin tone than I am, but it is pretty good for me because I am not someone who likes to go ahead with like an intense application in terms of my bronzer particularly, so this works pretty well for me. And then for mascara, I have been reaching out for this Essence Lash Princess Mascara Non-Stop. It's what I have right now as well. It's a really nice mascara, okay? Adds good amount of length, volume and everything. It doesn't like clump up your lashes, doesn't like look different, but it's not waterproof. So the minute you have a little bit of water, like you cry or you get wet, raccoon eyes. And next up, let's talk I think about some lipsticks. So I have this set right here. This is the matte box, and this one is a brown variant. I love every shade in this, love the formulation of this. So nice. It goes on like creamy, settles down to a comfortable matte finish, doesn't transfer as much, and it feels really nice on the lips. Not like their non-transfer butter lipstick, which feels like very drying on your lips and very heavy. This one is not like that. It smells delicious as well. And this one, I have swatched it in this video, all of the shades, so you can check that out. And then as usual, I have some lipsticks from Kiro. This one is in the shade Spicy Cinnamon. What a beautiful shade. What have I found a dupe for this? Of course. So if you wanted an affordable option, you can check that out in this video. I love the Kiro lipsticks because I make sure to mention this quite often because they don't dry your lips out. They are pigmented. They last for a really long time and comparable to a lot of even liquid lipsticks. Like they don't really bleed, even like wearing it with mask and everything, but they don't really like strip your lips off the moisture, no flakiness, nothing. The formulation of these lipsticks are good. If you find them to be pricey, you can pick them up on the buy one get one offer that they have on the Kiro website or also on Nykaa. So this is a shade that I have been reaching out for quite often. This one is in the shade, like I mentioned, Spicy Cinnamon. Beautiful spicy brown shade. And then I have this one. This is the Mars lip crayon in the shade Girl Power. Again, a really nice affordable lip crayon which is matte, pigmented, doesn't transfer as much but can be slightly drying. Not slightly, maybe a little too drying as well for a lot of people, so just keep that in mind. But I love this shade, just a beautiful shade. I'll try to insert swatches of it because I just swatched it recently. And then another one which I have right here, this one is the Blue Heaven Intense Matte Lipstick. This one is in the shade Choco Swirl. If you guys have watched my reels recently, I swatched this one next to Wet n Wild Give Me Mocha because this is a really good close dupe to Give Me Mocha. It has that same reddish pink undertone that Give Me Mocha has, and it's what I meant. It's what I've compared. I don't know why, but someone DM'd me mentioning that why did you mention Swiss Beauty Brandy Harrington as a dupe for Wet n Wild Give Me Mocha? It's not even similar. But I've never mentioned that as a dupe, you guys. I've never, like, you can check all of my videos. I've never mentioned Brandy Harrington as a dupe for Give Me Mocha. I mentioned this one. This is Chocolate Swirl. Love the formula of this. It feels really nice on the lips, nice and creamy but very pigmented, and a beautiful shade, doesn't dry your lips out. And then something that you can't find easily in India, I'm not sure why they're not launching this shade. This one is the Anastasia lipstick in the shade Rogue. This is my everyday lipstick right now. It's something I reach out for so much. It's a beautiful shade. Like, look at that. It's a deep mauve shade and it works for me even without makeup. It doesn't like it doesn't make me look like I'm dead, you know, like it's not super cool tone, but it's a beautiful shade. And the formula of these lipsticks are really nice. I'm not sure why they're not launching this. And then, of course, the Faces Canada Comfy Matte Liquid Lipsticks. I have been using this shade called End of Story constantly, and also the shade Note to Self. Now these are really pigmented and affordable as well, and especially if you can buy it on buy one get one. Now some of you can find it to be very drying. I find them to be very long wearing, but they're not the most comfortable liquid lipsticks. For me, it's fine. I have good tolerance for liquid lipsticks, and even if there's a little bit of flakiness or anything, I can handle it. But these are very long wearing, you guys, and they don't really bleed and budge as much. So keep that in mind. And if you are someone who cannot tolerate dry liquid lipsticks, maybe you should just stay away from this and try out something else, or maybe just try out lipsticks in general, like the Kiro Lush Moist Matte Lipstick. But for me, these work out really well, and I find them to be very long wearing. This shade is something I wear without makeup so much. Beautiful, beautiful shade. And then my Lakme liquid lipstick in the shade Mocha Shot. I think this is the second time I'm mentioning this. Beautiful brown shade. They go on really watery, but once you let them settle down, they feel very nice and lightweight on the lips. Comfortable, long wearing. My favorite everyday shades. And then this is what I have on my lips right now. This one is the e.l.f. liquid lipstick in the shade Coffee. Out of that entire range, this shade caught my attention, and it is such a beautiful brown. You can see it has a little bit of like that greige undertone to it as well, and it makes it a very unique shade. And someone even mentioned this in the comment, like they were just like, you know, it makes me laugh out loud every single time you like something, and Nykaa decides to like stop that, not bring them back. So yeah, this is out of stock for the longest time. I hope they restock this because this shade is beautiful. And they have reformulated these e.l.f. liquid lipsticks. Like, I remember trying them out back in the day. They used to be extremely drying. They're not like that anymore. I really like how it is. I've been wearing this for almost an hour and a half, and even though there's a little bit of fading towards this inner corner, like that's because I talk so much and there's so much of movement, but I don't feel like it's very drying on my lips, and it doesn't look bad. So I really like that shade. And also from e.l.f. I like this lip plumping gloss. This one is in the shade Mocha Twist. I'm not a very big fan of like extremely shiny looking glosses. I could be the only one because I feel like they just look a little too artificial for my liking. This one has a subtle glossy effect to it. It's not too sticky and it doesn't feel like heavy and uncomfortable on the lips. It does have a slight plumping effect, nothing too out of the blue, but I really like it. Only thing is that the lipstick does transfer quite a bit and get onto my teeth, so that's the reason I don't wear it in my videos. And so yeah, that's a really nice product. And then the last product I'm going to be talking about is this brush, which I definitely found the need to mention to you guys. This one is a Pro Art PP17 stippling brush. This works so well for blush. If you wanted an even application, not a very intense application, you should check this out. And also if you've applied too much blush or too much of anything and you just wanted to blend it out without any product on it, you can use a stippling brush. It just does the job. All of this excess product is from that, because I use this as my last step. Sometimes when I feel like the product doesn't look blended or there's too much blush, I just run it over with the stippling brush. It does the job for me. So that is my last mention. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a long video, but I wanted to talk to you guys about so many favorites. It's been a while, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. As usual, all the product links will be in the description box below, and also let me know what are your current favorite products. Let me know in the comment section down below, and what other videos would you like to watch. Let me know. So while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one.